Hey YouTube, how's it going? KSMPO Dragons here, bringing you a brand new deck profile I've put together. Ancient Warriors Tribrigrade Dogmatika. So just mixed a few engines together. I quite enjoy it. It's a very good going second or even going first deck. I've been playing it quite a bit on EDY Pro, and I've been having some quite good success with it. I've actually recorded some replays which I'll upload at a later date. But I thought I want to bring the deck profile to you guys because I haven't bought much in recently, so kind of wanted to share some of the material I've been working on. So we'll get into the profile and we'll talk it through sort of the different engines that I have and sort of how they work. So first up is the Ancient Warriors. I've got 3 of the Sun Mao. Apologies for the lighting, not got my usual setup, so might be a bit hard to see some of the cards. But yeah, got 3 of the Sun Mao. 2 of the Zerge Con, 1 of the Lun Jun, if I pronounce that properly, 1 of the Valiant Zhang Di, 1 of the Fearsome Zhang Yun, and 1 Loyal Guan Yun. And then for the spells of the Ancient Warriors, I've got 3 of the Ancient Warriors Saga 3 visits. So this is it for the Ancient Warrior cards that I play. You can play some of the other spells, but this is what I found quite worked because I kind of wanted to reduce the engine as much as I could. So the main starter you want to look for is the Sun Mao. So brilliant. You normal summon it. You can send 1 card to the graveyard, so that's from your field or your hand. And then you can add an Ancient Warrior card to your hand. And that's where you normally go for your Zong Kong. And once it's added to your hand, because it's added by an Ancient Warrior effect, it triggers itself to special summon itself. And then it's just a really easy way to go into your double Dragon Lord. Just get an easy one out. Lungjun, I've got it in there just in case you go second. It's good if your opponent controls a monster, then you can use its discard effect to add an Ancient Warrior and do similar play. The Valiant Zhong Di, it summons itself out when you've got 2 Ancient Warriors on the field. So there's a play where if you have these 2, you've got this in your hand, or you search it because you've got the 3 visits, then you can summon it out and you can extend further. Fearsome Zhang Zun summons itself when your Ancient Warrior is attacked or you attack with it. So really good there, and it can reduce your opponent's monster's attack by 1,000, which is really good. And then Loyal Guan Yun can summon itself out when your opponent has a monster. So kind of like does a similar effect to Pankratops, just really slower. Then 3 visits is brilliant. So you activate it, then if you normal special summon a Ancient Warrior, then you can add an Ancient Warrior to your hand. So if you have this and some Mao, you can extend pretty well. And then if this is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon an Ancient Warrior from your hand. So there's lots of synergy, lots of way to spam the field, which is really good. So this is it for the sort of Ancient Warriors. And these are kind of the ratios I've been playing. You know, let me know if you've been playing this deck as well, just what kind of ratios you've been playing. So next up is the Tri-Brigade engine. So I've played 3 of the Fractal, 2 of the Keras, 2 of the Nerval, 2 Tri-Brigade Airborne Assault, and 1 Tri-Brigade Revolt. I think this is pretty standard. You probably see this in like any build you see Tri-Brigade in, that this is the ratio of the cards. But basically Fractal's the one that you can discard, and then it can send another Tri-Brigade to the graveyard, so that'll be normally Nerval. When it's sent to the graveyard, you can add 1 to your hand, so that's normally Keras. And you can special summon Keras by sending off another Beast Warrior, or Winged Beast. Tri-Brigade Airborne Assault allows you to special summon 1 out of a different type, but its effects are negated. So it's kind of good if you just need that another monster on the field to extend a bit further. But then it also locks you into only link summoning, so then you can't do any XYZ plays as well. I think that's the same for the other ones as well, actually, because these 3 all have the effect to basically banish from your graveyard to link summon. And then this, I only play 1, even though it's got a great effect, which is basically pick the number of banished monsters all in your graveyard. I think shuffle them back into your deck, if I remember correctly. No, summon it to the field and then link summon using those cards. Apologies, but yeah, really great effect, but it's only a one-off, mainly because you can't search it out. So, you know, I don't want to max the copies because it's a niche kind of effect that you're going to use. So that is the Tri-Brigade cards. Next is the Dogmatika package. So really, well, smallish one. So just 2 of the Ecclesia, 1 of the Fleur-de-Lis, 3 of the Servant, and then 2 of the Punishment. Nothing crazy, just a really small engine. It just kind of felt like the Ancient Warriors and Tri-Brigade just kind of missed that little bit of step in its play. And being able to get, say, Dogmatika Punishment and sell it, there's just like another big push or pressure on your opponent. So just another good way to kind of support those 2 engines, really. So yeah, that's that, and that's the reason for kind of these cards and these ratios. So that's that. And the next sort of, not sort of engines, but that kind of helps support the build. I'll play 1 Barrier Statue of the Storm Winds, 1 Mist Valley Apex Avion. Then I'll play 2 Alpha of the Master Beasts. And then kind of like a bit of hand trap, I just play 2 Ash. And then for the sort of, there you go, I'll move those across just so it's a bit easier to see. And then for like some of the spell support, should I say, play 3 Tenki, obviously Great Searcher, helps search for your cards, any of the ancient, well, any of the level 4 Ancient Warriors or the Fractal. I only play 1 Talents, 1 Succession, 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, and then 1 Call by the Grave. And it just kind of rounds up the rest of the deck. It makes it a 44 card deck, I believe, from the top of the head. The health of the Master of the Beast is just really good, like playtesting online. Like I know people are like, oh, it's a bit slower and stuff, but it's just such a good way of trying to bait out some negates and just get rid of some problem cards on the board. So I really like it in this build. You can max it out 3 if you really want, because it's not a once per turn to summon effect. But yeah, I think 2's more than enough. Cool, so moving on to the extra deck. Got 2 of the Ancient Warriors Oath Double Dragon Lords. Really good card. 1 Link Rebo. Then I'll play 2 of the Ferrigit. This is quite good to go into if you just need to get that extra body on field from your hand. So it's quite a good card effect, to be honest. And the draw and discard is like quite good if you need to just sort out your hand. Then I'll play 1 of the Silver Sheller. Surprisingly, I'll go into him more often than you'd think, because I'll set up the Link 4. So the Tri-Brigade, Shurag, Ominous Omen. So normally I'd go into him, and then I can make him, and then his banish effect becomes live because you'll be able to summon on your opponent's turn. The other way to play it is basically make your Double Dragon Lord, summon him, then on your opponent's turn, because this has got to send a card, and normally you're going to send the 3 visits, and because that sent that will summon a card to the field, then his banish effect will come live, and then you can banish on the field. So then it's just a good way to use it. So it's just a good way to put pressure on. And then I'll play 1 small Bird of Sovereignty. Just the 1. It is a really good card in this deck. It works so well. Like, I think my favorite turn 1 play is literally just set up a Double Dragon Lord, summon the bird, summon out the Barrier Statue. Then if your opponent just normal summons to attack, you should use the Lord, its effect, to send a card and then bounce. And then your opponent can't really do too much there unless they're playing some sort of win deck. So really cool, like, work, and just a way to put pressure on your opponent. And then just to kind of finish off the links, I just do play the 1 Appaloosa, just to kind of round off the links. Don't actually go into it as often, but it is there as an option if you're not locked into anything. Cool. And then I'll play some XYZs. So 1 Babushka, 1 Time Thief, and then if they're successful, 1 Divine Zeus. I only play these because this extra deck's quite flexible. Like, there's nothing else I really need, because the Ancient Warriors are quite good as a main deck themselves. And with the Tri-Brigade stuff, like, I'm already playing the Link, so there's not much else to play. So with the freedom of the extra deck, this is what I've chosen to add in. And then because I'm playing the Dogmatika package, I'm playing 1 Titan Clad and 1 Old Entity. I was debating about playing this one instead, the Brigrade of the Glory Dragon, because this will allow you to add a Tri-Brigade to your hand. But I think it's probably better to get the Fleur-de-Lis and then get the negate on the board as well. So I think that's just probably the better play. So yeah, that's why I've got these cards. Cool, and that is the deck profile. Let me know how you think about the deck, what you think's good, what's bad, what can be added, what can be removed. I will bring you some test time videos and some actual replays that I've got from playing online, so you can see how the deck performs and you can kind of make your own changes from there. Cool, guys. See you next time.